Chosen ones, you've already felt it. The surge of power you carry inside, stirring, ready to break free. But here's the truth. You've accidentally shown your magic, and now there's no turning back. What you unleashed, even without trying, left others stunned. It's undeniable now, no longer hidden. The world is watching, and everything around you is about to shift in ways you can't yet imagine. Don't miss what's next. The moment is coming when what you've been quietly harboring will burst forth in a blaze of unintentional brilliance. Like the sun breaking through heavy clouds after a storm, your hidden talents, the ones you've barely acknowledged, will erupt into the world. Without a script or a plan, your innate abilities will unravel themselves, making their presence known. You won't have to try. It will happen in a way that feels as natural as breathing. This revelation will come not with a whisper, but with the force of a tidal wave crashing against the shore, reshaping everything in its wake. Others will be left in awe, struck by the effortless magnitude of your impact while you stand at the center of it, untouched by doubt or hesitation. The quiet, restrained version of yourself you once knew will dissolve, and in its place a force beyond your control will emerge. It's not a matter of proving anything. You've spent too long second-guessing your potential, brushing off compliments, downplaying your strengths. Now your very presence will shift like a magnet, realigning the world around you. Others will respond to this awakening as if drawn into an orbit they can't resist. What you once considered to be minor talents or quirks will become undeniable, powerful forces that pull attention, respect, and admiration. It will feel as though the entire landscape of your life has been repainted in brighter, sharper colors you never thought existed in your palette. There will be no grand gestures or dramatic changes in circumstance to signal this shift. It will be a subtle but unstoppable force, one that quietly builds until it's too immense to ignore. You won't need to seek approval or validation, because the results will speak louder than any external voice ever could. The magnitude of what you reveal, without even meaning to, will ripple outward, affecting everything it touches. Some will stare in disbelief, others will scramble to keep up, but none will be able to deny that you've changed the dynamic forever. Your power will be impossible to contain, and for the first time, you will see the truth of your own strength. You won't have planned it, but it won't matter. The world will bend to meet your unleashed magic. Your revelation will not carry the weight of fear or rejection. There will be no pitchforks raised against you, no shadows lurking to silence your power. Instead, what you release into the world will draw attention with an intensity that feels like the pull of gravity. People will feel it long before they understand it, drawn to you as if an unseen force compels them. Your presence will demand recognition, not through the noise of chaos, but through the quiet, undeniable pull of something greater. Once you are seen, you cannot be unseen. The moment you let your power slip into the world, conversations will shift, recalibrating around you like iron filings aligning to a magnetic field. It's not that you will demand this attention, it will simply arrive, unbidden. Your influence will travel ahead of you, carried on currents you can't control, multiplying in intensity. Whispers will become currents, discussions will become storms, all circling back to you. There will be no escaping the ripple effect of your unveiling, and it won't be the kind of attention that burns or suffocates. No, this will be the kind that binds people's gazes to you, the way the sun holds the sky, impossible to ignore yet awe-inspiring in its dominance. Eyes will follow your movements, not out of fear or misunderstanding, but because they sense something unfolding, something that refuses to be overlooked. Your steps will be traced long after you've passed, as if the very space you occupy cannot forget your presence. Conversations will twist in new directions, not because you have commanded it, but because the sheer weight of your power shifts the axis of their worlds. They will speak of you not with envy or malice, but with a kind of fascination that borders on reverence. Those who once overlooked you will now see clearly. Your presence will be the moment of clarity that changes everything, a truth they hadn't known they were waiting for. In this new space, you will not retreat into hiding or diminish your light. You will stand in it, and others will gather around you, not because they fear what you've revealed, but because they recognize in you something larger than life, a force that compels them to pay attention. There is no hiding, no shrinking, only revelation, and with it, a world that turns toward you, finally ready to see. Long before you fully awaken to your own power, those around you will start to feel its presence. It's like the way birds sense an approaching storm, or how the ground vibrates before an earthquake. The signs are there, undeniable. The whispers of your potential will ripple through the air, carried on currents invisible to the untrained eye. People will notice, and not just in passing. Their words will linger with a weight they can't explain. They will dream of you, visions born not of fantasy, but of truth yet to unfold. The prophetic nature of your power is not a mystery to them. Some may not understand the full scope of what they see, but they'll feel the pull of something greater, something extraordinary that orbits around you. Their dreams and fleeting glimpses will act like a mirror to the future, reflecting back what you have yet to fully accept. These aren't just coincidental moments. They are affirmations of what has always been. Your destiny has been written in ways you can't deny, even if you've tried to ignore it. It's as though the universe is signaling its approval, sending waves of confirmation from sources you least expect. Strangers may look at you with an intensity that feels almost intrusive, but they're only sensing the force you radiate. Even those close to you, those who have known you for years, will begin to speak differently when they address you. They'll tell you stories of dreams where you towered above, where your voice echoed like thunder, where your presence bent time itself. They'll be uncertain of the meaning, but you won't be. Deep down, it will all make sense, because these signs are not coincidences. They are prophecies in motion. Every subtle sign, every vision and dream will feel like the universe calling out your name. These confirmations won't just validate you. They'll accelerate your transformation. You've always known deep in your core that something within you was destined to break the boundaries of the ordinary. And now the world is beginning to realize it too. You can try to dismiss it, push it aside, and tell yourself it's not real. But the truth is undeniable. Your magic will take root unshakable. It's not something you can brush away like a fleeting thought. What has been revealed, even accidentally, will weave itself into the fabric of your being, transforming how you walk through the world. You may try to blend back into the background, but your presence will be felt in ways you can't control. The ground will shift beneath your feet, and no matter where you step, the mark of your power will remain. You can try to ignore it, but your power is here to stay. The obsidian inner circle, in partnership with Astral Atom, is where the chosen ones come to fully unleash the magic that no one can deny. Your presence, unshakable. Your power, uncontainable. You might try to slip back into the shadows, but the truth is, you were never meant to blend in. In the inner circle, we don't hide from our magic, we amplify it. What's been revealed inside you will only grow stronger. We're here to make sure you don't just feel it, you own it. Inside the inner circle, we give you the tools to command the room without even trying, to walk through the world leaving an indelible mark wherever you go. They'll feel your presence whether they like it or not. And in the inner circle, we give you the power to control it, channel it, and wield it. If you're ready to leave your mark and transform everything around you, step into the inner circle. The link is in the description. As you come to terms with this force, the changes will become more apparent, more inevitable. What started as a single spark will blaze into a wildfire that cannot be contained. You won't be able to hide it, nor will you want to. This magic will course through your veins, a steady current that no longer needs your permission to flow. Others will notice, not just because of what you say or do, but because the air around you hums with it. Your influence will stretch out, and like roots breaking through stone, it will find ways to grow, carving a path toward your inevitable success. This isn't about overnight transformations, this is about permanence. Your magic, once awakened, will persist. Even in moments when you forget its power, when you try to retreat into old habits, it will remind you of its presence. There will be no going back to the ordinary. You are not ordinary. What you've unleashed will ripple through time, shifting the course of your life in ways you never thought possible. Every step forward will be paved with opportunities, Doors will open not because you knock, but because they recognize your presence before you even approach. What began as an accident will evolve into a force that defines you. Success will follow not because of luck or chance, but because your magic was always meant to create abundance. This is your path now, one of continuous growth, expansion, and influence, and there is no end in sight. Your magic is a beacon, and it will pull the right people toward you with a force that feels almost magnetic. There are those out there, individuals, groups, even entire communities, who have been waiting for someone exactly like you. Not someone similar, but you. The power you carry is distinct, and the moment it reveals itself, it will resonate deeply with others, compelling them to seek you out. They won't just see you as another option, they will recognize you as essential. You are what has been missing from their plans, their visions, their futures. This isn't luck, it's alignment. Like a star finally falling into place after eons of silent movement, your magic will be the missing piece they've been searching for. Their approach won't feel random but inevitable, as if the universe itself has drawn them to you. These are not the people you chase. They will chase you. They will want to partner with you, open doors that lead to rooms where your presence doesn't just fit, it dominates. They will bring you into spaces where your gifts won't merely be appreciated, they will be needed. You're not meant to exist on the periphery, fading into the noise of everyday life. No, your magic was always meant to be lived in, breathed in, and thrived in. The opportunities that come your way will be more than just fleeting chances. They will be stages for your power to shine in its full, unfiltered intensity. You will walk into these spaces and not just be seen, you will be felt. Conversations will shift around you, not because you demand it, but because your presence alters the very atmosphere. These are the arenas where your magic won't just be acknowledged, it will be amplified. You're not meant to dim your light to fit in, nor are you meant to adjust your power to meet expectations. The people who come into your life now, the ones drawn by the unmistakable force of your magic, will offer you the platforms, the partnerships, and the opportunities where your full self is not just welcomed, but necessary. This is not a time for hesitation. You are not here to blend in. You are here to thrive, to rise, and to create a future that demands your magic be at its core. Your abilities will not remain static. They will grow, expand, and sharpen with every step you take. This evolution isn't passive. It's the natural outcome of the fire within you, one that refuses to be contained. As you dedicate yourself to your craft, each moment of focus becomes a hammer striking metal, refining your skills until they shine with an undeniable brilliance. Your progress will be impossible to ignore, like a tree that bursts through the soil and climbs toward the sun with unstoppable force. Every lesson learned, every challenge faced, is fuel to the inferno of your growth. This acceleration of your abilities will draw others to you, those who recognize the same power within themselves. You are not alone in this, and as your magic flourishes, so too will the connections you make. The people who gather around you are not merely observers. They are peers, individuals who understand the depth and complexity of what you wield. Together, you form a collective force, like a constellation that only gains power as each star shines brighter. This community will propel you forward, its momentum becoming your own, creating a current so strong it carries you to places you could never reach alone. Opportunities will no longer trickle toward you, they will flood in. Doors will open not because of luck, but because your skill demands it. Each new challenge will present itself like fertile ground, ready for you to plant the seeds of your mastery and watch them grow into towering oaks. As your expertise deepens, you'll find yourself at the center of opportunities that call for exactly what you have to offer. You will become the catalyst, the one others look to when they need the impossible made real. Success will not be a distant goal, it will be the path you walk daily. Each step forward will feel like a natural progression, not of chance, but of skill. The world will recognize what you have built and will clamor for more because what you offer is rare, valuable, and indispensable. You are not merely improving, you are rising, and in that ascent, you'll find yourself surrounded by others who share your vision. each of you driving one another toward heights yet unimagined. Your power is immense, but wielding it without care could burn too brightly too soon. There is a time for everything, and your moment of full revelation must be precise, deliberate, and unyielding. You are not meant to scatter your magic haphazardly into the world, letting it fade into unnoticed sparks. No, what you hold is far too potent for that. The world isn't ready yet, not fully. It requires preparation, just as a storm must gather strength before unleashing its full fury. Your instincts may urge you to release everything now, to let the world witness the full scope of your abilities. But pause. Not every stage is worthy of your magic. The wrong moment will dilute your impact, scattering your influence like seeds on barren ground. You must wait, not out of fear or hesitation, but because your power deserves a platform that matches its magnitude. Your unveiling is not meant for small, random occurrences. It requires a stage built for you, a platform vast enough to reflect the gravity of what you bring. That stage is coming. Forces beyond your control are aligning, and when they converge, you will know. There will be a pulse, a shift in the world around you, signaling that it is time. It won't be a subtle change, but a seismic one. You won't need to question it because the moment will announce itself with a force that cannot be ignored. When that happens, hold nothing back. Release everything you've held in reserve and let the full weight of your magic crash into the world like a tidal wave. Until then, patience is your greatest weapon. Let your magic simmer, building its strength beneath the surface. The more you hold it, the more powerful it becomes, growing like pressure in a volcano before it erupts. When the time comes, it will be undeniable. Your magic will flood every corner, every conversation, every thought. But only when the stage is ready, when the world can feel the magnitude of what's coming, will your reveal carry the full weight of its potential. Timing is everything, and when you strike, it will be nothing less than cataclysmic. Your rise is inevitable. What began as a spark, an accidental glimpse of your potential, is about to ignite into full mastery. This isn't just about unveiling your magic, it's about commanding it, shaping it with precision and intention. You are not the same person you were when this power first emerged. That was just the beginning, the first step in a climb toward something much greater. Now, you are poised on the edge of transformation, where skill meets purpose, and authenticity is the only path forward. Mastery doesn't happen by chance. It requires discipline, focus, and the willingness to step fully into the truth of who you are. No more hiding behind uncertainty or downplaying what you bring. Every move you make now must be deliberate. Your authenticity is not just a virtue, it is the fuel that powers this next phase. It's what makes your magic unique and unstoppable. The world doesn't need another version of someone else's success, it needs what only you can offer. And to deliver that, you must align every action with the core of who you are. As you rise, you will feel the shift. The air around you will crackle with possibility. Your influence will no longer be something that happens by accident. It will become intentional, directed. You're not just leveling up, you're stepping into a new kind of power, the kind that draws its strength from self-knowledge and control. This mastery is not about controlling others, it's about mastering yourself, honing your craft until it becomes an extension of your very being. This phase will demand everything from you: discipline, resilience, and a relentless commitment to your growth. But it will also reward you with clarity and success that reach far beyond what you've already accomplished. You're no longer just tapping into magic, you are becoming it. You're stepping into a space where every movement, every choice, carries the weight of your full power. This isn't just a new level, it's the manifestation of everything you were always meant to be. Your mastery will define you, and once you step into this new phase, the world will see the force you've truly become. There's no turning back, only moving forward, only rising higher. The moment of recognition is approaching faster than you realize. Every ounce of work, every second of discipline has been leading you to this. You're not just on the cusp of achievement, you're on the verge of reshaping the world around you. Your magic, no longer hidden or restrained, is ready to explode into something far greater than anyone anticipated. You are about to leave an imprint that won't just be noticed. it will be felt for generations. You are not simply revealing your power, you are crafting a legacy that will stand the test of time. What you're about to create is bigger than any singular moment of success. It is transformation. You will turn what others thought was impossible into reality. And when you step into this light, the world will not just watch. They will change because of what you've done. This is no ordinary breakthrough. This is the extraordinary made real. So now is the time to step fully into your power, to leave no doubt about what you are capable of. Get ready to shine, because once you do, the world will never look the same again. And as you rise, share your story. Let others witness your growth, your mastery. Your journey is not just yours, it's a beacon for those waiting to unlock their own magic.